The arts have played an important role throughout humanity's existence. How does it help our development and our spiritual life, you may ask? Hi, I am Naika, your host for this second season of Toward a Solar Civilization, the teaching of Omraam Mikhaël Aïvanhov. Exhaussée begins with the fact that the very first musical instrument ever created is our voice through our vocal cords. Singing is like using tuning forks, enticing others on the same wavelength to also vibrate. Songs such as those composed by Master Peter Deunov are based on an initiatic knowledge that has benefits on the mind, the heart, and the willpower. Choir singing takes the experience to a broader dimension, as every singer benefits from the qualities and virtues that emanate from all singers, reinforcing one's aura and having beneficial effects on all listeners. I will now hand you over to Exhaussée and to Anatole, who interviewed her recently at the Theu in the south of France. Over to you, Anatole.
So welcome, Exhaussée, to this new episode for On Times TV and the Fraternal Forum. Thank you very much for making time available again. We very much enjoyed your interview last time on episode number 6. This time, as we were sitting here and talking about the preparation of this interview, I realized that we have birds around us that are singing.
Yes.
In every direction they're singing. Maybe they're even coming from the camera there. Who knows, maybe some of you listeners are singing as we speak. What do you think makes human beings want to sing, love to sing, enjoy singing? Why does it have such a profound effect on our moods, on our temper, on our inner state?
Hi Anatole, thank you for having me. I really appreciate, talking with you, having interviews with you as a team as well. So everything in nature makes a certain sound. So music is within us and outside of us. So that's why we are so linked to to music. In all cultures, in all traditions, music is present. So back in time, centuries ago, our ancestors were using drums in order to make music, to dance, to sing. So music has always been part of our humanity lines, and that's why we feel so connected with music. And that's why it's so important. That's why music is so important in our lives, even nowadays.
Does it have something to do with the spiritual evolution, perhaps, of our souls incarnating into human flesh and blood, into the material?
Yes, this is a great question, Anatole, because all the animals have their sounds, but also as human beings have our voice. So our voice has been given to us by the cosmic intelligence, by the Creator, by God, by the universe, in order to tune ourselves, to make all ourselves vibrate, because we are the king, the queen of all the cells dwelling in our body. So by singing, we are sort of making all our cells vibrate on the same level. It's kind of a tuning fork. It's like using a tuning fork to make ourselves vibrate on the same wavelength. That's why it is so important to sing, because when we sing, we can touch every part of our bodies, all from feet to head. When we sing, our voices create in higher planes, like we can call it a steam or a color or a vibration on the top of our heads. So when we sing all together, there is the sharing of the subtle energies all around of us, and that's the best fusion that we can have is what is happening inside our words by singing, for example. All the emanations, all the radiations, everything that is produced by the song are fusioned, are combined, and that really creates the harmony around the world. So with those vibrations created by people singing, especially with the four voices, it vibrates all over the world and creating a certain harmony, emanating, spreading out, and touching someone here and there, in Australia, in Africa, in Asia, in America, in Europe. So singing can really do marvelous things for peace, for love, for joy, for calm around the world, and also for healing for each and every one of us. So when we sing, we are sharing with one another, with each other, the qualities and the virtues and even the flaws that we have inside of us. And this is why it is so important to really know what to sing. That's why in the Universal White Brotherhood we have a list of songs that we sing every time that we meet, and because we know them, we also sing them in our daily lives. So those songs have been composed by the Master Peter Deunov. He's a Bulgarian master. So these songs have been composed in alignment, in accordance with the esoteric initiatic science. And this science comes from centuries and also comes from above. Those songs really help us tune ourselves when we sing them alone, but also attune to all the brothers and sisters around us when we sing in spiritual centers. Because they create such high vibration within us and between us, this song really can touch all the consciousness all around the world and make the earth elevate in vibrations. So more peace, more joy, more happiness can happen on earth quicker. So by singing these songs, we enlighten our intellect. It produces us to have more positive thoughts to one another, and also for ourselves, because when we diminish ourselves, when we do not consider who we are, we cannot consider others. And the other thing that those songs from the Master Peter Deunov do is to activate our willpower. We have that will to do all the things that we want to do in our lives, to also to help one another. It activates within us the help that we can share to other people. So it goes so far. The music that we listen to creates a structure within the liquid, the blood, and all the liquids within our body. So this music can create beautiful geometrical forms. So according to those shapes, it will be touching our intellect, it will be touching our heart, it will be touching our power, our actions. So by really choosing the right music, we are harmonizing our inner world, and by organizing our inner world, we can harmonize everything around us. They are the songs for new life, for the new generations to come, for the new humanity that is to come, for the sixth race that is to come. When we sing that we are singing for the glory of God, it really creates vibrations all around us that calling higher entities of light to come and collect those energies, collect those vibrations, and spread them all over the world for more peace, more harmony, more joy, more happiness on earth. And when we do this work, we can really feel proud of us because we are contributing. And I have an experience about this. One day I was at Theu Fa'a. So I was there sitting. We sang the first song and we meditated. The second one, we closed our eyes to send all the waves of light after each song. And then, just after the third song, I closed my eyes and I saw entities with wings, and for me they are angels. So angels on the ceiling, forming a circle around the big hole. And each and every one of the angels has a recipient. They were collecting the energies that we created after those 3 songs. It was like a clip of maybe 1 second, but it looks like it lasted for many minutes. And I opened my eyes suddenly. I'm not a clairvoyant, I can assure you. But for me, it was a confirmation that the songs that we sing here are food for angelic beings, for higher beings of light, but also are contributing to add more light in all the consciousnesses, in all over the world. And in one of the Master Omraam Mikhaël Aïvanhov's lectures, he was mentioning that one day we will be healing people who are sick or ill, thanks to these songs. We would gather around one sick person and with certain songs, singing those songs, we could heal that person. And he mentioned a specific song, which is Stani. If there is a spiritual center in your city, in your country, don't hesitate to go there and meet in person those brothers and sisters. And if you want to know what a spiritual center is close to your city, you can go to omraam.org. You can also watch the episode 5, it's full of the centers, presents all the centers that we have all over the world.
Thank you. Could you tell us a little bit more about the song Aum, please? The song with which we can begin all our prayers, according
Aum is
to the
really
Master.
simple. Aum. That's the only word that is pronounced through the song. So, with this song, listen to the Master singing Aum and sing with him, with that deep intention within you. Close your eyes if you want. Connect to your inner body. Connect to your higher self. Start singing. And if you have any pain, any sickness somewhere in your body, focus your attention, your concentration on that part of your body by sending it love while you sing. And you will feel that your vibration will be higher. And you will see over time, you will see miracles happening in your life, for your health, for your relationships to others.
The song Aum is repeated 4 times, with the first 3 renditions being forte, which means loud, and the 4th rendered piano, which means quiet. Following a brief meditation, the master then sings it 4 more times.
Singing is not just a physical practice, it is also a spiritual practice that can transform your life, and from there, that can transform the life of others. Not only the closest people to you, the people that you meet everywhere, at work, at school, on streets, in public transport, but also the people who are so far from you that you don't even know. Because those vibrations that spreading from you go all over the world, touch the whole earth, but also the whole universe. So thanks to you, harmony is produced and created quicker. So, you have a choice now, after listening to this episode, to choose to sing or not. Thank you so much.
I didn't know that true music, as understood by initiates, transcends mere sound, nor that music can embody the harmony and order of the universe, reflecting divine wisdom and logos. And I find it amazing that by singing together, we can wield a powerful, magical force for good based on harmony and unity. We will now hear a story from Theu Fa'a to complement Exhaussée's presentation. Theu Fa'a has a lot of experience in the brotherhood. He teaches singing and he is a musician himself. And he is a proud author of 2 books. Over to you, Theu Fa'a.
I've been invited to share a couple of stories, a couple of anecdotes, things, most of them I've experienced them myself, that illustrate the magical moments that we share when we get together and sing brotherhood songs. My name is Theu Fa'a, and I was actually trained as a lawyer in Europe, but in my early 20s I fell in love with that brotherhood music that we sing at our meetings. And in the meantime, like in the past 20 years, I've had the privilege to actually conduct spiritual choirs with this kind of music in over 15 countries, and also teach the sacred dance of panorhythmy. And some of those absolutely magic moments that I've shared with my brothers and sisters, I would like to share a story with you that illustrates what Master Omraam told us that we do when we sing. Because Master Omraam said, when you guys sing, you emanate, you give your etheric energies. Like the brothers emanate their masculine energies and the sisters emanate their female energies. And above our heads, they unite, they melt together, they form one. And if it's done right, the Master said you can even create winged creatures that have their independent life and that go and do good all around the globe. And one of the stories that excellently illustrates this is when one of our brothers, who's an incredible musician, he had created a very beautiful piece of music that's called l'hymne à la fraternité, the hymn to the brotherhood. And when that was performed for the first time at the Bonfin on a Sunday, the Master was very, very happy with the energies that were created at that occasion. And then, while it was sung on Sunday, the Wednesday that followed that Sunday, the Master, in one of his lectures, he mentioned, remember, we sang l'hymne à la fraternité, we sang that incredible song on Sunday. You need to know one thing. That energy that was created when you sang that song, it is still orbiting the earth and is still today spreading its blessing and doing good for many, many people. So that gives you an idea how precious things can get when we get together and sing. But that's not the only thing, that's just one aspect. Let me share another aspect with you. The good thing is, those songs are for everybody, because it does not only depend on your personal capacity to sing, it's more of a spiritual practice, because the Master encouraged us to actually call for help. You don't have to do it all by yourself. Like the rest of your life, Master said, when you sing, you can invite the entities of the higher realms. You can invite heaven. You can invite those creatures of light to come and sing through you, to come and use your vocal cords as their instrument. And in that case, you get much more than just your own capacity of singing. You actually get to convey some energy that's beyond what you yourself are able to produce. And this is how those more or less ordinary people, most of us, we are not trained musicians, but we get to incarnate something. One story that illustrates it extremely well is, it happened to us in Austria. It was just a very small gathering, probably, I would say, more or less 15 brothers and sisters getting together for a little retreat. We were invited. There was a person who had created a beautiful small retreat center in Hungary, in a very small village, and she wanted us to bring some of our wonderful energies to that place. But in the end, we were invited to come and sing of our songs in the local church. There was a little chapel there for that village, and they said, well, why don't you come over on Sunday afternoon and sing a couple of your songs for us? And we accepted, although I had my doubts, because I knew the people I had with me weren't exactly whom I would have chosen to perform a concert, but we had to go with the people we had. So I said, we prepared to the best of our abilities, and then I said, please say your prayers and invite your friends. Invite the friends from the realms of the light, and beg them, supplicate that they may come and help us, because musically we're not that good, okay? But invite them to come and sing through us. And that's what we did. And we went to the chapel, and it was completely full. The whole village had come, because I don't think there was a lot of was going on there culturally. So these people were happy to come and listen to us. And some of the people who participated were clairvoyant. And they unanimously declared that when the brothers and sisters entered the church, they saw an entity of light entering in each and every one of them. So it wasn't us doing the singing on that day. We were on a cloud. We were just delighted, and everybody left in an altered, in the most beautiful state, because it wasn't actually us doing the job. It was them singing through us. And that is such a privilege to be able to live moments like that. If you wish to experience it for yourself, as I said, this is not just for musicians. This is not just for special people. This is for people like you and me, who aren't even musicians, but who are willing to open themselves up to those currents that you can perceive when you really try to feel what those songs are about, who are willing to open up to inviting those entities of the light to join us in song.
This is so beautiful. I cannot wait to sing and invite those wonderful luminous entities to join me. All books mentioned during this episode are available on www.prosveta.world. Make sure you visit that website, as well as www.omraam.world, which is the website of the Fraternal Forum. This episode has truly been information-packed, so much food for spiritual thought. Many are saying that all great changes in the world come through the arts, and today we have been inspired to move forward and upward to a new understanding of how the arts nourish the soul and bring us closer to the divine world. If you have enjoyed this episode, please stay tuned for our next episode on Sacred Geometry by Alex. See you in 2 weeks. Stay safe and stay connected.